Hare Krishna, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. So we are back for the introduction part of Srila Prabhupada Lilamrita, and we will be covering the second portion of the introduction part so that we can start the first chapter of Srila Prabhupada Lilamrita from tomorrow. So starting without wasting any time. So here, Satswarup Das Goswami Maharaj, he says, Srila Prabhupada was convinced that devotional service to Lord Krishna is life's goal and that to engage others in devotional service is the highest welfare activity. And these convictions drove him in his traveling and preaching on behalf of his spiritual master and Krishna. Srila Prabhupada's success in spreading Krishna consciousness was due to his being directly empowered by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So this is very important point. We cannot preach either we are if we are not empowered by Srila Prabhupada or Radha and Krishna, if we are not empowered by the previous acharyas, then we cannot preach, we cannot do anything, we have no power, we have nothing for ourselves. We are fully and truly fully dependent on Krishna and the previous acharyas for their mercy. On their mercy we are dependent. We cannot do anything. हम इतना भी नहीं कर सकते अभी for the jivas in the material world, but only if we are empowered by the supreme personality of Godhead himself and Srila Prabhupada and our Guru Maharaj and the acharyas, previous acharyas, then only we can do some little bit service for their pleasure. So Chaitanya Chaitamrita states, Kali Kaler Dharma Krishna Nama Sankirtana, Krishna Shakti Vinana He Tar Pravartana. The fundamental religious system in the age of Kali is the chanting of the holy name of Krishna. Unless empowered by Krishna, one cannot propagate the Sankirtana movement. So here, what I have explained here, there is praman in Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita that one must be empowered by Krishna. Unless one is empowered by Krishna, one cannot propagate this Sankirtana movement. So Srila Prabhupada and many of his disciples are the one who have done this, who are empowered by Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Krishna himself. So yet, although Srila Prabhupada was empowered, his life's story is not one in which success comes neatly and automatically, everything being miraculously enacted by God. Rather, Srila Prabhupada's story is one of constant attempts on behalf of his spiritual master. Successes come but only after great endeavor and faith. Yes, हम देखेंगे आगे, हम जब चैप्टर बाय चैप्टर वी विल बी कवरिंग. So we can see that Prabhupada faced 40 years of failure. हम अभी एक साल कभी कोई व्यक्ति उसको पहली बार उसको फेलियर हुआ किसी भी छोटी कोई भी मटेरियल भौतिक वस्तु में, वो सुसाइड कर लेता है. बट श्रीला प्रभुपाद faced 40 years of failures before establishing this Krishna consciousness movement. So even though ऐसा नहीं कि एक साल दो साल किया फिर सोचा कि अरे हो नहीं रहा है तो भाई शुड आई एंडेवर, चलो भगवान की इच्छा नहीं होगी मैं करूँ करके. नो, Srila एंडेवर, Srila did this impossible mission. People said it was impossible in past that this Harinam Sankirtan, this chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra would be spread all across the globe, and grame grame, every village, every town, there will be chanting of Hare Krishna. That was considered to be impossible by the previous devotees, the devotees in the past. But this impossible task, the Senapati Bhakta of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Srila Prabhupada did this. So, but only after he has faced 40 years of failure. So we must take this as a क्या कहते हैं सीख, और क्या कह सकते हैं हम, we must apply this in our life that even if we even if we fail in some devotional services or devotional activities or any devotional endeavor for the pleasure of Krishna, we must not stop at that moment only. We must carry on that until Krishna sees that this person so is trying so much for to please me, let me help him करके. Then only we can succeed. Small chutku jivatmas cannot do anything. Prabhupada encountered difficulties in trying to spread love of God in a godless world. He sometimes met opposition from governments, the media, and religionists, including those in India. And even within his own society, he met difficulties caused when his neophyte disciples fell to the allurements of the material world. Yet, though all difficulties, Srila Prabhupada persevered with the sublime tolerance, kindness, and unflinching determination of a pure devotee of Lord Krishna. Yes, हम कभी कभी ऐसा छाती चौड़ी कर लेते हैं जब हम इस भारत भूमि में ही जो जिसमें जो पहले से ही थोड़ा थोड़ा भक्त है उसको हम थोड़ा भक्ति वेद आके प्रसाद खिलाकर थोड़ा हरे कृष्णा कराते हैं एंड हम हमारा छाती चौड़ी कर रहे हैं, देखो कितना बड़ा भक्त हूँ मैं, कितना बड़ा प्रचारक हूँ, मेरे इतने सारे स्टूडेंट्स है करके. बट वी डोंट अंडरस्टैंड, हम तो अभी कुछ कर ही नहीं रहे, वी कैन से. बट Prabhupada डिड दिस इन द गॉडलेस वर्ल्ड. हियर in India we can say that there is Krishna established from the past only, but in the Paschatya Jagat, without this one country, all other 191 countries, they don't know who is Krishna, who they didn't know before Srila Prabhupada that who was Krishna. But by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada only, he did this impossible task to establish Krishna, not God, not anyone, but Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead in the Paschatya Jagat, whom they didn't know who was Krishna. So Srila Prabhupada has done this miraculous task, but Srila Prabhupada was every time, whenever someone glorify Srila Prabhupada, that Srila Prabhupada you did such a miraculous task करके. But Srila Prabhupada always said that everything is done by Krishna. I am just a vessel in the hand of him. So at this moment, from this statement, we must take that how much ever we do, we must understand this, that we cannot do even a single thing unless we are empowered by the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna. He is the one who does everything. But we take it to ourselves and think that I am such a great devotee or etc. But we must take the lesson of humility from Srila Prabhupada. By material standards, it is extraordinary that a person of Srila Prabhupada's age could constantly travel, confront problems and oppositions, and simultaneously produce volume after volume of translated Vedic literatures. Yes, this is very, very. Someone cannot think that how is this possible if someone reads this. Srila Prabhupada just took 2 hours of sleep. In this modern age, the scientists they recommend that one should sleep 7 hours a day. 6 hours भी सो गया तो his brain would degrade day by day. But Srila Prabhupada took only 2 hours of sleep. He would constantly travel from place to place. He would preach. He would also, volume after volume, he would write books. He would translate the books. Everything. He would do his chanting. He would give class. He would see the construction of temple. He would instruct his disciples. He would also took everything Srila Prabhupada did. I don't know how can someone in this material world could do everything at once. But Srila Prabhupada did everything because he was a miraculous. He was the empowered Acharya sent by Shri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He was Senapati Bhakta. But material vision cannot comprehend Srila Prabhupada's activities. He was truly a Mahatma as described in Bhagavad Gita. The Mahatmas are always working under the direction of my internal energy. In spreading Krishna consciousness, Srila Prabhupada was far from merely a religious zealot trying to increase a sect. His writing, traveling, preaching were done in pure devotion to Lord Krishna and were therefore transcendental. It was Krishna himself, Srila Prabhupada saw, who was bringing the result. Yes, as Krishna, who he mentions in the Bhagavad Gita that who are the Mahatmas? The Mahatmas are always working under the direction of the internal potency of Krishna. In spreading Krishna consciousness, ऐसा नहीं कि because right now we can see so many bogus gurus who are trying to just increase their sect, मतलब जन्म पाने के लिए, जन्म मीन्स फेम पॉपुलैरिटी पाने के लिए वो कुछ ना कुछ डालते रहते हैं. बट नो, Srila was not a religious zealot trying to increase a sect. His writing, traveling and preaching were done in pure devotion to Lord Krishna. ऐसा नहीं that everything, just Srila did whatever the Lord desires, and all the results Srila got is by the mercy of Krishna. Krishna himself did everything. Just Srila was doing his all the spiritual duties, but Krishna was the one who gave the results. It was Krishna himself. Last time we देखा, it was Krishna himself, Srila saw, who was bringing the results. So yes, we can. I think we can keep it here. It is around 7 a.m. So I will go to the temple and take the darshan of the Lord. Today is Ekadashi, so happy Ekadashi. May we be able to follow the Ekadashi principles strictly today's day. So thank you very much for listening to this small series of Srila Lilamrita. We'll be covering the next introduction part in the third video. So there would be 3 introduction parts. So thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada की जय. श्री श्री राधा गिरिधरी भगवान की जय. आप सब भक्तवृंद की जय. हरे कृष्णा.